As a woman with fibromyalgia, you can still do three things. Anything diagnosed can unexpectedly lead you to wonder what the future holds. The diagnosis of fibromyalgia is made using a variety of stereotypes that depict helpless misery. Worse still, your diagnosis generally comes at a moment when your symptoms are at wrost, maybe the worst. When I finally was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, I had such a lot of pain that for more than a few minutes my fingers were curled, and I couldn't type in my computer because of serious spasms. I could not lift a pot off the stove because of my wrists. When I could not even turn the button to my own home on the front gate, I was asking for a fresh physician, and she looked at my whole being as a large image, placed myself on muscle relaxing, and gave me my life back. The stereotypes of this mysterious situation need to be removed. The most depressing blog postings on daily life you can find with this situation are essential to be ignored. With this disease you must develop your own future, for despite all the negation, stereotypes and worst situations, there are still so many things feasible. 1. Healthy weight management and maintenance. On fibromyalgia websites, it is frequently said that weight gains are anticipated to amount to around 30 pounds. But a fibromyalgia diagnosis alone doesn't imply you get weight. Diagnosis may lead to a certain weight gain in behavior and mindset. Like, you can't believe some stuff. You simply don't have attempted hard enough to discover what works for you, if you suddenly think all sorts of practice is off limits. I strongly suggest that you look at your nutrition, your general lifestyle, stress-inducing job or exercise, lateness, alcohol, smoking, and diet, and make your number one aim to determine what kind of habits or events will cause you the greatest flares. If you're in such difficulty every day, I would strongly suggest that you take a much closer look. If you stop making decisions because they cause too much pain for your pre-diagnosis workout, it is time to consider fresh alternatives. I was there, too. I used to be a power lifter. Welcome me. Walking is one of the most easy, gentling ways of burning body fat and calories. Unlike continuous aerobatics such as jogging, a constant reduced heart rate brings more body fat than glucose. Find your feet and walk in a couple of shoes. The race wins slowly and constantly. Look again at the food you eat. If you're very active before a diagnosis of fibromyalgia will probably cause you to consume less calories, but calories and food intake should adjust to your current activity levels. If you've been eating junk food for years because you had so much workout, it's now time to reflect and be honest. Continue to ensure that there is mostly a clean diet and remain active to prevent excessive weight gain. Let your motive for fibromyalgia be to take more care of how you handle your body. 2. Hold a successful career. Many stories and sites on fibromyalgia portray fibromyalgia patients as lying in bed all day. In the case of you, it's really time to examine your general lifestyle carefully when you are diagnosed. First, does your present work or career make you fibromyalgia friendly? I had been a personal trainer, a power yoga trainer and a bartender, in addition to be a writer, before my diagnosis, for example, very ludicrous bartender. All these things were a major contributor to my great pain and exhaustion. Leaving the sources of revenue behind and fully engaging in my career as an author meant that I chose a lifestyle that would suit my physical requirements as a fibromyalgia individual. On the other side, Lady Gaga is likely to suffer and struggle greatly and much more than she must until she is gone. I believe that it's evident that her body screams, I don't like this intensive and stressful lifestyle of achievement. 3. Motherhood and pregnancy. Only a few months from my wedding day when I was diagnosed. It's been many months before I diagnosed with my wife and I, who spoke seriously and with certainty we wanted to have kids. As soon as my new physician said, you have fibromyalgia, you could bet, one of the first issues in my head was, can I have kids still? An embryo? The maternity? She said, you can have kids completely before I even questioned this aloud. Don't let you prevent that. Do not let you stop it. It also explained how I cared for myself, how I managed my power and respected my boundaries, and how it affects all the other parts of my life like being a mother. I worried totally what would occur after my daughter was born during my first pregnancy. How often would I need a friend to assist me cope with an illness? If my pain flared up, would I play and roll on the ground? I am so thankful to report that, from the birth of my first kid, who is now 3 and has a baby sibling 7 months old, I have had only one flare-up. It took me 2 months for the flare-up to find the cause of my elbows and forearms. My postpartum flares triggered a hormonal birth control. When my first child was born, my obstetrician-gynecologist persuaded me to begin. For as long as I could, I wrapped my hands in ice and ace bandages in pain just to get her and feed her. And I was getting a relaxing dose on my muscle that felt almost useless. My pain rates returned to normal within a week of removing the implantable birth control. My normal personality is no long-lasting pain unless I do stupid things that my bones, muscles, etc. cannot tolerate. The fact is, I didn't just give up and acknowledge that it would be difficult to pick up my newborn daughter and always. Until I could return to my maintenance level, I researched. I can bring my kid every day into the forest in a hiking backpack and walk on my treadmill for 40 minutes on the same day. On the ground, I can roll. Construct forts. Construct forts. I can even jump in the trampoline park. I can play on the playground, but I must pass on the monkey bars. I can be the type of mother I want to be mostly and participate in all the stupid activities and everyday needs of motherhood. Let nobody determine their destiny with this disease on the website or stereotype or pamphlet. Create your future. Create your future. Prioritize self-care. Learn about your own body's limitations. Find out what you need to live your life. Stay healthizes. Thank you for watching this. Please do not forget to subscribe, share and like our channel. Click the bell icon for latest update.